Right, thank you very much. You'll notice that I am the last person on your list to speak. In another scenario, that may have been considered the top of the bill. I leave you to decide. Here we go. Here is Hasties' map of 1798. Now, this is exactly 100 years after William Adams left the Netherlands for the Far East. You can still see just how small a place Gillingham was. St Mary Magdalene Church is the only surviving building. Not easy to see, but it's there. And you can go and visit. Right, I'll quickly flick through. This is the south elevation of the church. It's a very attractive church. This is the Norman font where William Adams was baptised on the 24th of September 1564. This date is not his birthday, as is often said, but it's likely he would have been born only a few days before. How do I go back? Sorry. Right, this is the entry in the parish register, which is now kept in Medway archives. It reads, and you can see the outline here, and it's William, W.M. Adams, son, spelt S-O-N-N-E, of John Adams, baptised 4th and 20 of September 1564. It is kept in Medway archives, as I said, and rarely comes out now as the ink is fading. Right. Sorry about this. Right. This is an Elizabethan chalice which would have been used during the lifetime of William Adams and his family, and it is kept in the church. This is a screen kept also in the church, explaining the life of William Adams in Japan. The Daiwa Foundation helped pay for it, and for which they are very grateful. Now, the Sister City Partnership with Yokosuka was signed in April 1982 by the then Mayor of Gillingham, Councillor Harry Blease, on a visit to Yokosuka. Harry's daughter Maggie is with us today. I'll leave you to find out who she is. And here is Councillor Blease addressing the Yokosuka City Council and their guests at the site of the memorial to William Adams, now known, of course, as Muranjin, and his Japanese wife. And here is Councillor Blease with a very young-looking Nicholas MacLean, who was then known, of course, as Nicholas Wolfers. Nicholas was instrumental in promoting the City-City Partnership and seeing it to fruition. He is now, of course, a member of the William Adams Club in Tokyo. This is the clock tower memorial to William Adams in Gillingham, unveiled in 1934. And here we can just about see, not the chap standing, but one of the chaps sitting, is His Excellency the Japanese Ambassador, Tsuneo Matsudaira, attending along with a number of local dignitaries and school children. It was a very big event at the time. And here is another view of the unveiling. Notice the old-style Japanese flag. There are several plaques on the memorial. One is in praise of William Adams, and another has more historical information on it. There are several places in Gillingham highlighting the historical connection with Ito and Yokosuka. This one, have I skipped something? Oh, there we go. There's Yokosuka Way. We have a Yokosuka Way, that is like a ring road, and it goes down and also becomes Ito Way. More recently, the council upgraded the appearance of the William Adams roundabout by planting two island areas to represent the east and the west, separated by an ocean with a bridge linking the two continents. Not a very good photograph, I'm not sure, but it's a very busy roundabout. Right, then we have a Premier Inn. This restaurant is called the Honourable Pilot, and we often have our student exchange welcome meals here. Another two companies, we had three originally, but two there now. Hochiki, who did the fire prevention at the new St Pancras station, and Foodie Seal, who do wrappings, are based in Gillingham. And Hochiki have now recently announced that they are extending their facilities there with a multi-million-pound complex. So they're expanding their footfall in Gillingham. Right, and one of our newer facilities is an NHS clinic called the William Adams Clinic. Not a very clear sign, but it does say that. Of course, we can't leave Gillingham without a pub named after our hero. It's one of those micro pubs. Right, on a wider matters now, and in 2013, you've heard lots about 2013 today, there were a great deal of events surrounding the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the first English ship, the Clove, in Hirado. Here, His Royal Highness the Duke of Gloucester attends a reception in Banqueting House as part of those celebrations. You may recognise Maggie, Peter and myself with the Duke. To celebrate the gift of the telescope, which you've also heard about today, from King James I to the Shogun Ieyasu, remembering that this was a new invention at the time, the Japan 400 Committee commissioned a replica, and you've also heard that it wasn't an exact replica, which was made by a former resident of Medway, now living in Wales. The replica telescope toured Japan and is now located in the Shizuoka City Museum of History, which is the Sampo Castle, I've been told today. An important part of the Japan 400 celebrations was the spiritual side of Japanese culture. Here is Akira Matsura, the head of the Matsura clan in Hirado, performing the family's Chinchin tea ceremony. I'm not one for name dropping, but I couldn't resist adding the next two slides, showing His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, now of course King Charles III, with the Medway exchange students during a visit to the historic dockyard in Chatham. This one shows mostly the Japanese students, and this one shows mostly the Medway students. Although a lot of the work of the Medway Japan group is organising and running the annual student exchange, we also host visiting dignitaries, academics, and on occasion, members of staff from this embassy. Here we see the Mayor of Medway at the time, Councillor Tranter, with the Mayor of Yokosuka, Yuto Yoshida, doing their exchanging of gifts. To bring us up to date, I have included a few slides of this year's student exchange, which is built into the twinning agreement. I've started, so I'll finish, if you'll allow. Right, here we see the current Mayor of Medway, Councillor Nina Gurung, meeting with the students in the Medway Mayor's Parlour in the Civic Centre. During this year's visit to the historic dockyard, by the way, Admiral Togo, when he was still a second lieutenant, studied naval craft here, and I've seen his exam results and they were very well, considering English was not his first language. Right, here we have students were shown a series of Japanese painted panels which came to light recently during a programme of redecoration. We think they were hidden over during a period of our not so popular relationship with Japan and have been recently rediscovered. This shows the students at the Houses of Parliament, where the MP for Gillingham and Rainham, the Honourable Raymond Shisty, who should have been here today, but of course, like Mr Clark has had to attend the House, gave us a wonderful conducted tour of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Our series of visits would not be complete without the opportunity for the students to meet members of the Momiji Trust, who, without their support, the exchange would not have been possible. That's this year's exchange. The group has stalls at Brogdale, Hanami, and the English Festival in Gillingham and the William Adams Festival, not now running in Gillingham, unfortunately, in an effort to raise money. I'll finish, so with your permission, I'll finish. I'll start it, so I'll finish. Right. To conclude, my quick canter through 400 years of history in 10 minutes is a photograph of this year's exchange students waving the flag at Heathrow Airport, and long may they continue to be able to do so. Thank you.